Alrighty, guys, this is part two. Well, I'm serious to make my sandwich. Is that all you're eating today, Ivan? Yeah, that's all I'm eating in the morning. And tonight, I'm gonna eat my Subway, or my McDonald's. I might get McDonald's or Subway. I don't know. Somebody tells me I should get Subway because Subway's healthier than McDonald's. But I mean, I might get McDonald's. We'll see. I don't know. Yeah, this is part two, guys. Hope you guys are enjoying this show. And stay tuned for episode 9 today, vlogging at the pool place. I'm right, as usual. Alright, well, John Camp and Rob Eminem care about the Hollywood movies when you're king and we just agree with you. They will, but they don't really care about those movies anymore. Like, they're mainly hyping about me these movies, man. Yeah, man, that's the truth, right? Don't hate him, so, yeah. Even though I'm excited for this DC movie, Marvel movie, this Warner Bros. Movie, this Paramount movie, this Disney movie, I'm way more hyped for Zanus, man. Zanus is what they're mainly hyping about. Zanus is what they're mainly hyping about. That's what they're mainly hyping about, Zanus. You know. Yeah. So they're not excited for the movies. No, they are, but like they're mainly hyping about Zanus. That's what they're mainly excited about. John, Rob, and Ray, right? And Jonathan. And they're all going to have that thought, man, I wish I can cover Ivan Sky Source Company, the news on his website and everything. I get so many views, yeah. It's your fault, man. And you kept me in the public eye. I would have boosted the economy for all you guys, man. You'll be getting hundreds of thousands and millions of views talking about me with this company. Would the movie be good? Yeah, but because I installed the gatekeepers, they can't talk about me, VJ. Hence the setup, obviously, and you go deserve. There we go. So Zane's how crazy it was. Oh yeah. I can't wait to see what Air Attendant looks like, man. Because Ivan's making it for $1 billion. He's putting all that money towards the costumes and the masks and the visual effects and special effects. I wonder how scary Air is going to be. And you see the trailer, Air Attendant are the most scary beings ever made, man. Demons and devils. That's why the movie will have crazy white buzz, man. That's why those Hollywood actors things are going to beg. Because they experience that worldwide fame of each other. I mean, crazy. Yeah, man. Yeah, the bed they bought me is too fucking small. It's very uncomfortable, so I had to sleep in the other room. Yeah, they got rid of my old bed. My old bed was very big and it was comfortable. This bed is comfortable, but it's very short. It's uncomfortable when I sleep. It's a small bed, yeah. Some sour. Yeah. I don't know what's up, man. No, John, you get 10. I'm not paying 20. Something greedy. That's what else up, man. I'm like, no, John, you get 10. I'm not paying you 20. Something greedy, some sour. Yeah. Well, John Boyega edges all but that is going to be pissed off about the rates. Maybe a little bit. But look, man, if you guys don't want to be affected by the rates, I recommend you move to America. That way you make more money. But I don't think those guys want to live in America. England is their home. They were born there. They live there, obviously. Because pounds are worth a lot more than the American and the Canadian dollar. That's why they make a bit less. But I told you, $15 million in John Boyega's pounds is equivalent to making like $27 million in Canadian money. Because pounds are worth more than the Canadian dollar. So he signed his $27 million deal pretty much, right? Because $15 million in pounds is equivalent to making $27 million in Canada. Because pounds are worth more than the Canadian dollar, obviously. Yeah. Yeah, John's walking away with about $8 million in his bank after taxes around there. After taxes, agents cut. John's making about around close to $8 million, 7.88 million after taxes in his bank, man. It's a lot of money for John, man. He doesn't make that in Hollywood. He makes like his 2-3 in Hollywood. Yeah. Hence why he'll beg, because he knows I can pay him more, obviously. Avon Georgia will beg. Avon Georgia's walking away with almost $9 million in his bank around there. He signed about a $17 million deal. $17 million after taxes is what? It's like 9.6 million around there. My math is right. Yeah, 9.6 million. So Von Joy's walking away with 8-something million in his bank. He's getting paid back. With that money, he can get his high-end like $500,000, $250,000 Porsche. He can rent a high-end apartment or buy a 1.52 million condo in Vancouver. And he'll get Rose and Hall. He'll be fine, obviously. Yeah, he got paid a bunch. That's why he'll bet, obviously. He knows I can pay him more than what Hall can pay him, obviously. Yeah. 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 I have to charge my phone. Yeah. What we're gonna do after this, Ivan, I'm gonna watch the show with you guys. And after that, I'm gonna clean the basement and clean the bathroom. I'm gonna ask my stepfather to give me back my TV and my Chromecast, man. Because I hate watching stuff on my phone, right? It's very annoying. Yeah. Did the folks really tell you book's number one? Yeah, they did. I'm not lying. I said, someone told me, yeah, Ivan, that book you wrote number one. Hollywood would love this. Hollywood would love this, Ivan. They'd be all over this story. I should tell you that. I know, but I know I wrote a masterpiece and it's the greatest story ever told. It's the number one IP in the anime industry, but that brand's mine. I'm not selling. I'm not going to have you guys buy the rights off my brand, man. The Zane's brand's mine. You're not touching it. I have the keys off to sell to you, man. The rights are mine. Yeah, the rights are Ivan's. He has the keys. That's Blazer and BJ. Let's trap him. Hopefully we dupe him. Yeah, but even then I say no. I'd rather wake up one day and have you. I don't want to share with the Guardiatory Justice. I want retail to myself, fresh. Man, with one beauty. I don't want to share with the Guardiatory Justice. I'd rather be single than share with the Guardiatory Justice. Are you fucking crazy, man? No way. I'd rather be single, yeah, there you go, than share with the Guardiatory Justice. Some Sarah? Yeah. Yeah. That's like when I meet you, say, Ivan, you did it, man. You beat the gatekeepers and you made the billions remain you. Yeah, I did. How much money off your book, by the way? I made $24 million. You made $24 million off your book? I'm like, yeah, she's like, holy shit, I've won a lot of that money, I know. All right, we can build that $1 million house. We can buy that like $400 million jet, $80 million jet. We can buy that $100 million unique 71 yacht, $25 million yacht. We can get our high-end cars. We can go clothes shopping. We can start Scott's Entertainment. We can do our dream album together. Yeah, we can achieve our career dreams now and our personal dreams too, because now I made the billions for BJ. That's why BJ will appreciate me so much. I'm saying she'll appreciate me a lot, obviously, BJ. Yeah. That's why I choose to live BJ. It's fair. We're living out in Canada. Yeah, it's fair. You made this money for me. You saved me. Yes, BJ. I saved your ass, and I got you out of Hollywood. You now control the money with me, and I made the billions for me and you. The least you can do is let me choose where we live. And we're living out in Canada. We're not living in the States. I want to live in Vancouver, Canada, where Neatus lives. It's beautiful over there. I want to live there. It's beautiful, Vancouver. Yeah. Yeah, Neatus likes the States more than Canada, obviously. But all the people who I've talked to who are American who came to Canada, they all told me they like Canada better. But some people obviously like the States better. Yeah, the States has the better stuff, obviously. It's a more powerful country economically, obviously. You know what I'm saying? There's better opportunity over there. You know what I'm saying? And they have better stuff, but it's not as beautiful as Canada. And Canada's more cleaner up here. That's why I like Canada in the States. The States does have the better stuff, but Canada is more beautiful. It's more cleaner up here, more peaceful up here. The States is crowded and it's filthy over there. It's filthy over there. It's pretty filthy, the States. Go to New York, guys. You guys will see what I'm talking about. New York is crowded and it's very filthy. Garbage everywhere. I was shocked by how much garbage there were on the streets and everything. And I'm saying I went to the bathrooms. All the bathrooms they don't take care of the bathrooms in New York. Go to the bathrooms in New York. It's full of shit and piss and everything. It's disgusting, man. Yeah. Every bathroom I went to was gross, man. Like I went to the McDonald's bathroom, the Subway bathroom. Shit, piss everywhere on the seats. I'm like, man, do these employees clean their fucking toilets? Well, yeah, man. And it was very filthy over there. New York is a pretty filthy city. It's not a clean city. It's very filthy over there. Yeah, and it's very crowded. Oh my god, I was shocked by how crowded it was, man. 10 million people live in there, man. It's crazy. That's why I was shocked, because I grew up in small towns. Like Elmer only has 55,000 people living here. It's very quiet compared to New York. That's why I was shocked by how crowded it was, obviously, and filthy it was. I'm like, yeah. When I went to America, I'm like, yeah. I'd rather live in Canada than live fucking here. Yeah, Canada's more beautiful, man. It's cleaner up here too. BJ will love Vancouver. Vancouver's beautiful. I guarantee you, after a couple of years living in Vancouver with me, BJ will tell me, yeah, I like Canada more than the States, man. I like Vancouver more than Los Angeles. Like, it's more beautiful up here. Vancouver's very beautiful. Yeah, it's next to the port city. It's a port city next to the Pacific Ocean. It's beautiful over here, Ivan. It's so clean too. Yeah, Vancouver's a very clean city. Very clean. Ottawa's pretty clean too. Ottawa's a pretty clean city too. Alma's pretty clean. Yeah. Is Ottawa clean? Yeah, Ottawa's pretty clean. Yeah, it's pretty clean, obviously. Like downtown Ottawa, you barely see any garbage. They take good care of the city, man. I remember when I worked security, night shifts, I always saw all these trucks coming by washing the streets and everything. You know the trucks that wash the cement and all that stuff? Yeah, they wash the cement all over downtown Ottawa. Downtown Ottawa is pretty clean, man. It's a pretty clean city, Ottawa. Ottawa does not have much garbage all over the place like New York downtown. Like the city takes good care of the city, man. It's pretty clean, Ottawa. That's why when I went to New York, I was shocked by how filthy it was and how crowded it was. Yeah, this is way too crowded for me, and it's very filthy over here, man. Very fucking filthy. It's crazy, yeah. Yeah, man. I wouldn't mind visiting places in the States, but I don't want to live there, right? I want Sky Source to be a Canadian company, obviously. I don't want to live in the States. The States is not for me. There we go. No, what about the rates? Look, man, even with the rates, guys, you're still making more than what you make in Hollywood, right? Yeah, because I'm giving you're still making more than what you make in Hollywood. There you go. I don't want Sky Source to be an American company. I don't want it to be the American film company. No, I want it to be the Canadian film company. Yeah. Yeah, sure. It says Sky Source Entertainment. In the bottom, it says the Canadian film company. You know. As I mean, you're self-made. I'm self-made. You even have an idea for your logo. But yeah. Well, the logo, I don't really know. I don't know the idea for the logo, but I know it's Sky Source Entertainment. In the bottom, it says the Canadian film company when the movie starts. You know, you have the Paramount logo. Yeah, something like that. Sky Source Entertainment, the Canadian film company. That's my top notch. My company, right? Yeah. That's why George Lucas has to help me with all the paperwork, man. Yeah, I'll help you with the paperwork. George walks me and leads you through everything we have to do. Yeah, this is what you have to do, and he walks me through everything. George. That's why he's the best man to help me, because he had his own independent studio from Hollywood, independent from Hollywood companies. That's why he's the best man to help me, George. Plans, guys, are name it George Lucas, right? Yeah. 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 Ivan, what are your three choices for your brand name? Either Sky Source Entertainment, Sky Source Studios, or Sky Source Productions. But I like entertainment the best. Entertainment sounds the best. He's a guy, but I like entertainment. Yeah, entertainment sounds the best, honestly, right? Sky Source Entertainment is my favorite, obviously. Alright, what about Sky Source Studios? I like Sky Source Studios, but entertainment sounds better. Sky Source Entertainment sounds better than Sky Source Studios. I'm gonna call it Sky Source Entertainment. EVG's Film Studio, right? Yeah. That's a sick name, I know. I got some by Disney. I got some by Skiv. Skiv sounds bigger than Disney. Yeah, I got some by Warner Bros. I got some by Skiv. Skiv is big man. Skiv is the big dog man. Better than all the whole companies right now. Better than all the whole companies. Yeah. So the Hollywood actors will be more badass movie stars in your movie, yes, because I'm making my movies for more money. So it's a better experience than even what you're getting for the Hollywood movies, because I'm making my movies for more money, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. People will tell me, yeah, I mean, you and all your actors are gonna be badass movies, right? Because technology in your movie, like you're looking at battle scenes that'll blow my Lord of the Rings wars out of the water on it, man. People tell me that, man. And for the Great Escape, think something that will blow John Wick and James Bond out of the water. Mission Impossible out of the water. Because Mission Impossible and James Bond, those movies were made for like $200, $250, $300 million. While I'm making The Great Escape for almost, I don't know, $800 million, a $7 to $8 million budget movie I'm going to make it for, right? So you're looking at some, Keanu Reeves are going to be more badass in my movie than they even are in John Wick. And you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, man, my budgets are so big, so large. I have large budgets. Yeah. That's why the agents and managers are going to push for more money for the actors because they know me and BJ's merch money, the merch profits, the film profits, and the game profits is in the tens of billions. That's why they want a bigger chunk of the pie, obviously. But I'm not paying them more money, man. What I'm paying them is enough. Will they try and get more money out of the front end? Yes, they will, but they know the front end money, they're limited because Ivan has to follow his salary cap or his budget, obviously. Like, I'm not going any higher than $50 million for the salary. If you go over $50 million, Ivan, you're going to drain your own budget. You have to put more money into the budget. You're going to drain your own budget. That's why I'm not going any higher than $50 million for the salary for all the actors, regardless of how big they are. But for the royalties, they get way more money, obviously. That way you keep them happy, the Hollywood actors, so they're not pissed off. I'm saying, huh? Yeah. 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 So I mean, even when you offer the actors a lot of money, their agents will push for money. Yeah, they will. The agent's job is to get their actor work and try to get a bigger payday for the actors. The agents will try their best to get more money out of me and BJ's profits, but I'm not going to hire that, man. Yeah, like if Matt Damon's agent wants $100 million, I'm not paying Matt Damon that. He gets his $83 million. I'm not paying him more than $83 million. I work with 100. I'm like, no, man, Matt Damon's not worth it. I'm not paying that. I think it's nothing. I'm like, look, man, what I'm paying Matt Damon's enough. I'm not going to overpay him to have him do me, man. What I'm paying him is enough. He doesn't make that in Hollywood. He makes like his 20 in Hollywood. So I'm sorry. Yeah. Ben Affleck's agent might push for 102. I'm like, no. Ben gets 78. I'm not paying him more than 78. That's enough for the royalties. And Scarlett Johansson, her agent might push for 100 million too. I'm like, no. Scarlett gets 80. I'm not paying Scarlett any more than 80. That's enough. She doesn't make this in Hollywood. She makes like for 20 in Hollywood. Who signed the biggest contract for The Great Escape? Keanu Reeves or Tom Cruise. They signed the bigger deal. Because they're bigger than the other actors, right? Keanu Reeves is bigger than Matt Damon, Scarlett Johansson, and Ben Affleck. That's why he's getting paid more money. He's making a lot more than the other actors. Those other actors are still getting paid. Obviously. Yeah. How much money will you pay Ben for his base? Ben, I'll pay him $23 million for his base. Scott, I can pay her 23.5 around there, and Matt Damon, you can pay him 24. Then Ben, you can give him a 14 million signing bonus. Scarlett, you can give her a 14.5 million signing bonus, and then Matt Damon, you can give him a 15 million signing bonus. That's a good deal for him. And they get their royalty check, and they get their game money and their merch money too, obviously. Matt Damon and Adam Sandler sound like a 130-something million deal. A lot of money. They don't make that in Hollywood, man. They make like they're 20. If they get royalties, they'll get maybe 15, 20, 25, 30. So I'm paying them way more than what Hollywood could pay them. But Hollywood will be throwing those guys a lot of offers, man. But their agents are going to tell them, yeah, guys, turn this down. Hollywood cannot pay you the kind of money Ivan's want to pay you. Yeah, they know I can pay them way more. Now, Ivan's offering you much better perks. He's paying you more money. Decline all the Hollywood offers. Work for Ivan's Great Escape movie. You'd rather work for Sky Source than working for Hollywood. Yeah, they're going to decline all the offers. So yeah, sorry, man. Sky Source offered me a deal of a lifetime, and they're willing to pay more money. I'm working for Ivan, man. Yeah, they all decline Hollywood, and they end up working for me. Because Hollywood will be throwing those guys a lot of offers. They're big A-list actors. They'll be throwing Keanu Reeves a lot of offers, but even Keanu Reeves' agent, they're going to decline the offer. Sorry, guys. I'm working for Sky Source. Like, duh. I'm paying them way more than way Hollywood better perks, and they don't want to be left behind as side engine in Hollywood when they can be the main event with me for my movie. Like, duh, it's common sense. They all choose Skies over Hollywood, obviously, all the Hollywood actors. Because I can pay them more. Hollywood cannot compete with me, media company, man. Even the executives will tell the agents, yeah, sorry guys, we can't compete with Sky Source, man. Like Ivan and Vijay have the keys, they're the bank, their movies do billions in net profits. They can easily afford to pay you guys more. We can't afford to pay that, guys. Yeah, Hollywood can't afford to pay all actors that kind of money, man. Because they're limited with their profits. Yeah. Hollywood, the movies net maybe 30, 50, 100. The only way a movie will net like 100, will do like 100, 200 million profit, the movie has to make a billion plus, man. If it makes a billion, 1.2, 1.3, the Hollywood companies made their 100, 150, 200, 300 million in profit. It does 1.6, they made maybe 450 million in profit. But even if they made $450 million in profit, they can't afford to pay like 3 actors 80 million. That's all their profits gone. They can pay them maybe 30, 25, 40, but like that's the best they can do, right? They're limited to Hollywood. Whereas me and Vijay's profits for the movie merchant game is unlimited. It's tens of billions in profit. Easy for it to pay like 7 actors nice royalty checks, man. Like 80, 100 million, 140 million, 30 million. I'm saying, yeah, easy for it to pay them more. Obviously, that's when I kind of was out of water. Yeah. How much would we pay John Krasinski? John Krasinski, I can pay him his 16 million salary. I can give him a 7 million bonus. 7.5 million bonus for the movie. That's a good deal for him. He's a bigger acer, but he's a lower ranked one. He's worth like his 80 million, so he gets like 16 million. Pay him like 16.4 million. Give him a 7.5 million sign bonus. You can give him a nice 30 million of the royalties. 30 million of the royalties. That's a good deal for John Krasinski, right? Yeah. So the bigger acers who are big but a bit lower, they get like that 30 million range of the royalties, right? 33 to 29 million range, which is still fucking good. They don't make that out. John Krasinski still signed like a 50 million deal around there, right? He signed a massive deal. You can pay John Krasinski a good 3 million for the game. That's a good deal for him. And you can give him like 3.5 million for the 3 million for the merch. He signed like this 50 million deal. Then Brie Larson, you can pay her like her 11.5, 12. You can give her a good 11, 12 million the royalties. That's a good deal for Brie Larson. She signed like a 24 million deal. But with her speaking money and her merch money, she signed a 30 million deal, Brie Larson. They all signed mega deals. Yeah. John Krasinski signed like a 56 million deal around there, right? With his speaking money too, like a 55, 56 million deal. That's a contract. Yeah. So Brie and Paul Bettany, I can pay them like 11.5. Pay them 12 for their salary, and you can give them a good 12 million of the royalties, 13 million of the royalties. 12 million of the royalties is good for them. That's 24. 5 million speaking, that's 29. 2 million for the game, that's 31. You can give them a good million for the merch. They sign like a 32, 33 million deal. They also get their promo money. Yeah, they sign like a 32 to 33 million deal. Massive contract for Brie Larson and John Krasinski, right? I mean, Paul Bettany, right? Yeah. That's my company blows out the water, man. For the Great Escape, right? Ivan, what about 30 million for Brie Larson? No, Brie Larson's a small ace, so she's not worth that. You're right, you're paying John Krasinski that. Yeah, but John Krasinski is a bigger ace, or Brie Larson's not a bigger ace, or she's a small ace, or Paul Bettany's a small ace, or that's why they're not making the kind of money the other guys are making. But they're still getting paid. They still sound like a 30-something million deal. That's my money goes out of the water. That's how much bigger aces make in Hollywood, man. Guys like Will Smith and Brad Pitt make 30 million in Hollywood, man. That's how much I'm paying small aces. That's how my money blows out of the water. It blows out of the water, I know, yeah. Blows hell out of the water. Yeah, man. So Sky Source is like the new Hollywood, man. It's an independent studio from Hollywood, but it's better than Hollywood. Better in quality, bigger budget movies, higher paying more. It's the new Hollywood. It'll become the new Hollywood. It'll be better than Hollywood and Bollywood, man. Sky Source is the new Hollywood, yeah, pretty much, right? Yeah, it's the new Hollywood. And that's why all the Hollywood actors want to work. Yeah, Sky Source is like Hollywood on steroids. Yeah, it's like Hollywood on steroids. Higher paying work, bigger budget movies, better perks, crazier fame than even what the actors get in Hollywood. Yeah, it's the new Hollywood. That's why they all want out of Hollywood. They want to work for me, but your chances of my movies are high, man. The agents are going to try their very best to get their actors to work. That's why once my office is over for business, all the agents are going to be calling my office. My secretary's going to be busy, man. Taking hundreds of calls from all the agents, right? It's crazy. Hello, this guy's, hey, how may I help you? Yeah, this is this agent from this agency. You know, and they're all calling for Zaynus for the Great Escape. They're all calling. It's crazy, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. All right, what's the standard rate in Hollywood for the agents? They take 10% on average. Some take more, but on average, it's 10% of the actors' earnings. So everything the actors make, guys, you get your 10%. But the $2,000 gift card and the $3,500 gas card, you don't touch. But everything else, you get your 10%. Ivan, even the speaking, yeah, you guys will get your speaking 10% too, obviously. The agents are, yeah, if the actors were speaking, we want our 10% that too. Yeah, guys, don't worry about it. You'll get your 10% for everything the actors make for their movie contract earnings, but for the $300 gas card, you don't touch that. Do we get that, Ivan? No, you don't. You don't get that, guys. For fucking agents manager, I'm not giving you a $2,000 card. You don't get that. You just get your 10% of all the actors' earnings. So when the actors get paid, you guys get paid. That's how it works with agents, right, and actors, right? Yeah. When the actors get paid, they get paid. Ivan, they're even going to want a piece of the promo, everything. Yeah, everything the actor makes, Ivan, we want our 10%. Yeah, guys, don't worry about it. You'll get your 10%. The agents will get their 10%, yeah. Some Sarah. Yeah. That's how it works in Hollywood. Yeah, yeah. Usually in Hollywood, the actors either have an agent or they have a manager, but their manager also acts as their agent, obviously, and they take 10% of all the actors' earnings. So all the Zayn stars, their agents take 10% of all their earnings, obviously. Well, John Boyega gets 27 million. His agent takes 10% of that. Avon Jose 17 million. His agent takes 10% of that. Russell Crowe's $100 million. His agent takes 10% of that. That's how it works, obviously. For everything they make, obviously. Even the speaking, the agents are going to want 10% of that too because they're greedy, obviously. Yeah, even if John Boyega makes $5 million speaking, we want our 10% cut. Yeah, you guys get your 10% cut. And John Boyega might be pissed off, but yeah, John, you have to pay your team, right? Your agent, your manager, right? Yeah. You make $5 million, John. That's $2.3 million after taxes. You have to give $300K to your agent, John. And you get your 2.7 after taxes. John Boyega, right? Yeah. He's like, I know, Ivan. Yeah, John, you got to pay your agent 10%, man. That's how it works, right? If you guys don't pay your agents and they throw a lawsuit at you, that's not my problem, man. You're supposed to give 10% of your speaking money to your agents, you guys. Yeah, guys. Don't rip them off. They need to get paid too, right? You have to give them your 10%. That's how it works. Whereas me and VJ, we don't have agents. We're the boss. We don't need agents, obviously. We have the keys, right? Yeah, we don't need agents. With the boss, yeah. 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 Almost done here, guys. Yeah. Yeah, I think I might get my check after I work out. I might get my check after. I'll save 2 smokes for my for my vlog. That way I can smoke one smoke before I go inside, and I smoke one smoke before I leave. And I'll pick up my Diddy's check and my tip out. Yeah. Now on my way back, I'll buy my 25 pack of smokes, obviously, and then I'll edit my video and everything. After that, I'm gonna cash my check and get my 6 beers. Then later on, I'll get Subway or McDonald's. I'm probably gonna get Subway. Subway's healthier. McDonald's is very fattening. I'll just get Subway. A Subway combo, right? Like a BLT combo. That's good enough for me, right? All I'm eating today is this egg sandwich and my Subway, and that's it. I'm doing something called low calorie intake, like Sam did. If you exercise and you have low calorie intake, you'll burn more calories. Obviously. Yeah. Yeah. I even do crewmen have agents. I know directors have agents. I know Peter Jackson and Mel Gibson. Directors have agents, obviously. Producers, I don't know about that. But I know the general crewmen, they don't have agents, obviously. But I know the cinematographers and screenwriters and directors have agents. But the other crewmen, I believe they don't have agents, obviously. They don't have agents. Yeah, so the Lord of the Rings horror crewmen, those guys don't have agents. Except for like the cinematographers and the directors and the screenwriters, they have agents, obviously. But the other guys, I don't think they have agents. I might be mistaken, I'm not sure. Yeah. I know the actors have agents, so the Hollywood actors are represented by agents and all that stuff works, right? You have to be represented by an agent in Hollywood, right? They all have agents in Hollywood, obviously. Yeah. Agents or managers, right? Yeah. Yeah. So the Hollywood actors, managers, and agents for Zans. Yeah, the Hollywood actors, managers, and agents for Zans are the ones who take care of all the administrative stuff for the actors. They let them know. The secretaries call the actors, managers, and agents. They let them know when they do their magazine shoot, their interviews. You know what I'm saying? They handle all that administrative work for the actors. That way the actors know. It's all done, all handled for the actors. So the secretaries are responsible for letting the managers or agents know in Hollywood for Zanus, and then the managers or the agents will let the actors know. You know, on this day, you're going to be flown to sign your contracts. You're flown to do your magazine promo shoot, your commercial. And they let them know, yeah, well, everything. Obviously, they're handling all that dirty work, the administrative work for the actors. Hence why they also help them got them work. Hence why they get the 10%. That's how it works, right? Yeah. That's why they push for more money, because the agents want a bigger paycheck. Yeah, if I can get a little bit more money out of Biden, I'll make more money. They want to make more money for themselves, the agents. That's why they're greedy, man. Watch out for the greedy managers agents. They're greedy, man. I'm not going to overpay these guys how to do me. What about $250 million for Keanu Reeves? I'm like, no, it's not worth that. He gets $140. That's good enough for Keanu Reeves. I'm not paying him $200 million. He's not worth that. Because the agent wants a bigger paycheck. Yeah, duh. Yeah. I want to have an advanced payment system whereby when the actors get paid, like the system automatically takes 10% of that and it goes to the agent. Something top notch for my payment system. my company. Evan, with the GPS. John Mayer, you have received $110,000. Yvonne Jojo, you have received $90,000. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Also, Crow, you have received $200,000, $108,000, $200,000, $220,000. You know what I'm saying? The bi-weekly check, yeah. Holy shit, Scotch is top notch. Yeah, it's top notch. I'm gonna have a GPS in my payment system. Every time the actors get paid, you hear the GPS talking. You have received $100,000 for the term of the movie. You know, I'm not sick. I know. I'm gonna blow out the water, man. Blow out the water. Yeah, before I shut this camera here, Ivan, do not let me do that, man. You know what I'm saying? As she gives you hell, she's gonna be continuously seeing these guys. You have every right to lose this weight and get your girlfriend. Tori Justice been cheating on you her whole life. She takes you for granted. And she's gonna keep seeing the guys until you save her. You have every right to get your girlfriend out. If she gives you hell, just ignore her. She's gonna keep seeing the guys like that. She's crazy, that woman. I'm sorry. And anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Stay tuned for my vlog later on in the afternoon, episode 9 of Ivan's Without Journey, vlogging at the whole place. This is I'm saying out peace. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Peace out. No hands, man. Hope you guys enjoyed this video from Ivan Mara.